Hi guys, welcome to ANIMEized. This is the English translated version of the novel Throne of Seal. The novel differs slightly from the Chinese animation or donghua. If you want more of these videos, please smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. Enjoy and have a blessed day.
Ah Bao's solemn expression grew even uglier. He turned his right hand, and a slender sword leaped into his palm, the tip of the sword pointing forward, directly facing longhaochen's azure thorn. Ding! In a piercing explosion, Ah Bao grunted once more, and finally spewed out a mouthful of dark purple blood, his entire body radiating purple light. Under longhaochen's attack, he was actually sent flying 10 meters away. The slender sword in his hand shattered inch by inch. It actually crumbled like that. However, longhaochen, who completed this strike, also quietly landed on the ground, panting heavily. He tossed a large returning spiritual pill into his mouth, and his momentum plummeted at an astonishing speed. Flames of anger had already ignited in Ah Bao's eyes. He was injured, and he had been injured twice in the hands of a human whose strength was far inferior to his own. Since he was a madman, then let him die in madness. Ah Bao's body suddenly grew stronger. His hands had completely transformed into dragon claws, and black-purple electric arcs danced around his body. However, it was at this moment, and unparalleled. Icy killing intent instantly filled the air. Everything around dimmed. As well, as if, in that moment, dream paradise had suddenly turned gray. A black figure silently appeared beside longhaochen, silently gazing at Ah Bao in the distance. Her left hand was slowly raised. And behind her, a massive gray light shadow gradually solidified. It took the form of a sword, and a frenzied killing intent instantly reached its peak. "Perhaps I can't defeat you, but I can drag you to die with me." Caier's icy voice echoed in the air. She didn't look at longhaochen, but her killing intent had already reached its peak. The killing intent emanating from the reincarnation spirit furnace and reincarnation sword gave a sense of apocalyptic terror. Even longhaochen could clearly sense that Caier's reincarnation spirit furnace had undergone a transformation, and the killing intent was more substantial than before. Initially, the killing intent from her reincarnation spirit furnace radiated outward in all directions, but this time, it was directly locked onto Ah Bao, solely focused on him. "Brother Bao, be careful, that's the reincarnation spirit furnace and reincarnation sword." Yuye's exclamation rang out, and immediately after that she, along with Ling Xiao and 2 other powerful members of the demon race, quickly appeared behind Ah Bao. Among these 4 people, the previously arrogant orange mage now had a dejected expression, and seemed to have suffered severe injuries. As for the other person, they had appeared directly behind Ah Bao when entering here. They were the second ranked among the 10 members of the demon race. A young man dressed in a purple robe. Clearly, it was his intervention that had killed the demon hunter mage earlier, almost changing the outcome. At the same time, Caier appeared, behind longhaochen. The comrades of Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad appeared one after another, and among them was Zhang FangFang. However, that was all. That is to say, another warrior demon hunter had fallen in the previous battle. The spiritual power unleashed in the battle between longhaochen and Ah Bao was incredibly powerful, and the demon race could naturally feel it. Caier and her group also noticed it. Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad arrived in time, which then severely injured the orange mage, reversing the tide of battle. With their strong teamwork, and Zhang FangFang temporarily taking longhaochen's place, they forced the opponents to retreat, rejoining Ah Bao on this side. The Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad members felt somewhat relieved about the situation on their side, as longhaochen was just a bit exhausted, and his opponent was certainly formidable. However, the demon race's perception was entirely different. They were well aware of Ah Bao's immense strength. Yet, he had been injured, and worse, he had been wounded by longhaochen. Yuyi was naturally the most shocked. She had known Ah Bao since she was very young, and in her heart, if she were to admire anyone from the younger generation the most, Ah Bao would definitely be at the top of the list. And she also knew longhaochen's level of cultivation. In her opinion, these 2 individuals should have been incomparable. However, the current situation was completely different from what she had imagined. While longhaochen was indeed exhausted, Ah Bao had been injured, and it was by longhaochen's hand in a one-on-one situation. Moreover, in a one-on-one situation, in terms of numbers, longhaochen's side had as many as 8 members, while the demon race had 5, albeit one of them being heavily injured, and Ah Bao sustaining some injuries as well. But overall, the difference in strength between the 2 sides wasn't that significant. It was quite possible that the demon race still had a slight advantage. Ah Bao's vacant gaze had now become somewhat focused, observing Caier's slowly spreading black wings behind her, feeling the unparalleled sharpness, and the imminent and terrifying killing intent. His eyes gradually narrowed, and his dragon claws made an eerie, croak sound. "Let's go," Ah Bao said in a calm tone. "Brother Bao." Ling Xiao called out unwillingly. Ah Bao gave her a cold glance, spread his wings behind him, and with a gentle flap, he skimmed low above the ground. The others didn't dare to say anything more, and Yi gave longhaochen and caier a deep look, before following Ah Bao quickly. The killing intent dissipated quietly, and longhaochen slowly stood up as well. His expression didn't relax because the enemy had left, but instead became more serious. "If this wasn't dream paradise, I'm afraid we would be in serious trouble," longhaochen muttered. Shima Xian asked quietly. "Boss, is that guy really that strong?" longhaochen nodded and said, "Very strong. It seems that all of these demon race members have suppressed their strength to enter here. Ah Bao himself is at least of the 8th rank, and possibly even the 9th rank. His external spiritual power is as high as 20,000. Except for Azura Strike and Azura Thorn, my skills are almost unable to break through his physical defense. He's afraid of Caier's reincarnation spirit furnace. This person is flexible and adaptable, and not impulsive. He will certainly be a formidable adversary in the future. And moreover, he is very likely one of the heirs of the demon god emperor." When longhaochen said this, the expressions of everyone changed. An heir of the demon god emperor, what an extraordinary status. Jin Yi Nair said somewhat defiantly. "So what? He was still driven away by us," Caier said calmly. "He was wounded by HaoChen, and we made him retreat, because he's afraid of death more than us. As an heir of the demon god emperor, the future ruler of the demon race, he is unwilling to take risks. Otherwise, today, we might have all died here. Even if I had used all the power of my reincarnation spirit furnace, I would only have a 60% chance of taking him down with me. Facing him, it's like how the 6 predecessors of the nemesis of demon god faced the demon god emperor back then." Zhang FangFang came to longhaochen's side, with a grateful expression and said, "Thank goodness you arrived in time, or I would have met my end here today. We underestimated the demon race members who came in this time. As far as I know, aside from the 2 just now, at least 3 of our 10 members who entered have already fallen in battle. The demon race has already collected more than 7 spirit furnaces." He didn't inquire why longhaochen's team members were in dream paradise, he simply shared the information he knew. Longhaochen furrowed his brow and said, "Let's go, we'll first collect those 3 spirit furnaces, and then bury the bodies of those demons before considering anything else." The group returned to the battlefield they were at before, where the scenes of the mage demon hunters and warrior demon hunters' deaths were quite gruesome. Longhaochen placed their bodies into the eternal melody, intending to hand them over to their respective teams after leaving this place. You see, the death of a demon hunter is a fatal blow to the team, which could very well lead to the disbandment of this demon hunting squad. Furthermore, almost all of those who entered this time are core members of their respective teams. The demons would undoubtedly show no mercy when they encounter them. The same would go the other way around. But looking at the current situation, it was clear that the demon hunters were at a significant disadvantage. However, it was too late to say anything now. Who would have thought that the demon race would invest so heavily, sending the heirs of the top few of the 72 demon gods, and they had suppressed their power with a secret method to enter. They buried the bodies of the deceased demon beasts, and they hadn't even touched their magic crystals. Only after that did longhaochen lead his comrades to the 3 spirit furnaces. A strange scene occurred, as Yiting floated slowly in front of the 3 spirit furnaces, murmuring a few incantations, and a faint golden light enveloped the 3 spirit furnaces. Immediately, the 3 spirit furnaces emitted a gentle glow, and they followed Yiting to longhaochen's side. Facing the 3 spirit furnaces, the expressions of the group became filled with eagerness. Longhaochen turned to Zhang FangFang and said, "Brother John, you can choose one first." "Huh? Me?" Zhang FangFang looked at longhaochen in surprise. It's impossible to say that he had no thoughts about these 3 spirit furnaces, but he had already suppressed his desires earlier. After all, longhaochen's incredible abilities allowed the whole team to enter. It wasn't just about strength, but about the foundation. Moreover, if it weren't for all of their commander level number 21 demon hunting squad members being here, it would have been difficult for him to survive. Naturally, he wouldn't have any thoughts. In the previous battle, he had witnessed the seamless cooperation and formidable strength of commander level number 21 demon hunting squad. Although other than longhaochen and caier, the rest hadn't reached the 6th rank yet, their coordination made them incredibly powerful. He never expected that longhaochen would actually let him choose first. Longhaochen said, "Brother Zhang, you were the first to discover these spirit furnaces, and without you, we might not have been able to drive away those demons. Brother Zhang, please don't be polite." Zhang FangFang took a deep breath, and subconsciously glanced at the others beside longhaochen. In response to longhaochen's words, not a single person raised objections, and there wasn't even a hint of dissatisfaction. After a brief internal struggle, Zhang FangFang's face returned to calm, and he earnestly said, "Brother Long, thank you. However, I can't accept them. I won't deny that I also desire spirit furnaces. But in the battle just now, if it weren't for your help, I might not have survived. You are my saviors, and at this moment, how can I ask for the spirit furnaces you fought so hard for?" "Brother Zhang." Longhaochen wanted to say something more, but Zhang FangFang raised his hand to stop him. He said seriously, Brother Long, how about this? I have a small request. I hope to be with you in our future actions, and if we're lucky enough to come across another spirit furnace, would you consider it for me? I can have this 3 spirit furnace. When he said this, the expressions of Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad members showed a mix of surprise and admiration. Faced with the temptation of spirit furnaces, not everyone could resist. Even though he mentioned that any future spirit furnaces they encountered would belong to him, who could guarantee that they would find another spirit furnace? Longhaochen wasn't one to be overly sentimental, and time was of the essence. After a brief thought, he said, "Very well, in that case, I won't stand on ceremony. Lin Xin, the red spirit furnace is yours. Shima, the purple spirit furnace with intense radiance is yours. Yuan, you can absorb the silver spirit furnace. Let's start immediately, and we'll protect you." Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad members not only trusted Longhaochen, but also held him in high regard. Upon hearing his words, no one said much, and the 3 immediately stepped forward, starting to absorb the 3 spirit furnaces. Because they were only temporarily absorbing them, they couldn't use them directly. Therefore, it only took a moment, and the 3 of them completed their respective integrations. Lin Xin and Wang Yuan were relatively calm, showing smiles on their faces. Shima Xian had just finished integrating with the spirit furnace, and couldn't help but shout, "So exhilarating! It electrified me!" Longhaochen smiled faintly and said, "Lin Xin, the spirit furnace you integrated with is called Heartflame. It's a type of extremely high-temperature flame. It can help a fire mage cultivate spiritual power, and it doesn't have any skills of its own. However, it can greatly enhance the quality of the fire magic released by a fire mage. Its temperature is also extremely terrifying. At first glance, this Heartflame spirit furnace may not seem very impressive, but its high ranking among spirit furnaces that mages can absorb indicates its actual potency. Yuan's spirit furnace is a rare space attribute spirit furnace, and it suits her very well. It's also one of the most practical known space attribute spirit furnaces. If Lin Xin overuses the Heartflame spirit furnace, there's a risk of flame backlash, but this spirit furnace doesn't have such a danger. It's called the Gate of Space. In simple terms, it allows teleportation. If I recall correctly, the number of uses and the teleportation distance of the Gate of Space change with evolution. Moreover, for a space-type warrior, having this spirit furnace greatly assists in learning other space-related skills. Yuan and Lin Xin are quite lucky. Boss, what about me? What's the spirit furnace you asked me to absorb? It got me so high. Shima Xian had a look of pain and joy on his face. Longhaochen chuckled and said, "Didn't you want a spirit furnace with high burst potential? Well, your wish has come true. This spirit furnace belongs to the rare category, and it's extremely rare. It's of the thunder attribute. Anyone can absorb it." With that said, he glanced at Zhang FangFang. His original intention was for Zhang FangFang to choose this spirit furnace. However, the other 2 spirit furnaces were a better fit for Wang Yuan and Lin Xin, especially Wang Yuan's. The rarity of a space attribute spirit furnace could even compare to the top 3 known spirit furnaces overall. Shima, this spirit furnace is called Violet Thunder. It doesn't have an active skill, but it has strong passive abilities. As long as your body can handle it, when you activate this spirit furnace, all your attacks will be imbued with powerful thunder. How powerful it can be, you'll have to find out for yourself. However, I must warn you that, due to the dominance of the Violet Thunder Spirit Furnace, when you truly undergo its test, it might be quite challenging. You should be prepared for that. Shima Xian's eyes lit up. Good, I like this one. Despite his rough exterior, he had a very keen mind. Although Longhaochen didn't reveal the true power of the Violet Thunder Spirit Furnace, Shima Xian could guess some of it. Even among rare attributes, Thunder's explosiveness was unmatched. Obtaining 4 spirit furnaces in a row, Longhaochen's mood had also relaxed considerably at this point. These were all extremely rare treasures, truly valuable items. Just having obtained these 4 spirit furnaces had made their journey worthwhile. Moreover, there was still time, and whether there were any spirit furnaces left unclaimed remained uncertain. The group resumed their journey, now with the addition of Zhang FangFang. Making their group a total of 8 people. Even if they encountered the demon races, they had the strength to fight back. Of course, provided that the demon races hadn't gathered in large numbers. As time passed, along the way, they didn't encounter any more spirit furnaces. And Longhaochen didn't sense anything either, except for a few demon beast corpses they came across. They buried them just like before. Night fell, and there was no distinction between day and night in this dreamlike space. It was as if it had its own day and night cycle. The 8 of them gathered together, finding a relatively secluded spot to rest. Their first day inside Dream Paradise had passed like this, and it was only the beginning. Based on the information provided by Ling Xiao, there were still opportunities in the next 2 days, but the danger would increase. Before they set out, Ling Xiao had given a detailed explanation to the 10 demon hunters about the situations they might encounter inside Dream Paradise. Generally, Dream Paradise was relatively peaceful, and encounters with guardian demon beasts were only likely when encountering spirit furnaces. However, there were some special circumstances to consider. For example, if there was too much killing intent within Dream Paradise, it could potentially trigger an anomaly inside. Each time, Dream Paradise produced around 20 spirit furnaces, but these spirit furnaces were ownerless until they were truly absorbed. In other words, even if someone temporarily fused with a spirit furnace, once they were killed, the spirit furnace would return to being unclaimed. Ling Xiao had told a story of something that happened in the past. During the opening of Dream Paradise about 300 years ago, people from the Temple Alliance entered Dream Paradise and had a disagreement over the spirit furnaces, leading to a massive fight. That incident had also caused an anomaly within Dream Paradise. The anomaly began on the second day, and out of the 20 people who entered Dream Paradise that time, only 2 survived in the end. At the same time, Ling Xiao had earnestly told them the best way to obtain a spirit furnace inside Dream Paradise was to gain the approval of the guardian demon beasts. This method was the safest and wouldn't anger Dream Paradise. However, this time, things didn't seem as peaceful, and the demon race's killings might be enough to provoke Dream Paradise. Perhaps they had already obtained quite a few spirit furnaces. However, if the anomaly occurred on the second day, then, unless they had a dream stone like longhaochen and caier, they wouldn't be able to leave before the end of the 3 days. So, no one could leave early. Longhaochen gathered his companions together, including Zhang FangFang. He explained what Ling Xiao had told them about the potential anomaly. So, the current situation is like this. I estimate that an anomaly in Dream Paradise is quite likely to occur, and once it happens, we'll be facing a huge crisis. Currently, we've already obtained 4 spirit furnaces. If we leave now, it would still be a fruitful harvest. However, once tomorrow comes, we might not be able to leave even if we want to. We'll have to wait until the end of the 3 days. To go or to stay, let's decide together. Of course, we should stay. Opportunities like this come once in 100 years. How can we be content with just a few spirit furnaces? Lin Xin said without hesitation. Shima Xian disdainfully curled his lips and said, "You're just obsessed with wealth. But I also think we should stay." Surprisingly, the opinions of the rest of the Commander Level Number 21 Demon Hunting Squad were unanimous. They wanted to stay. Finally, all eyes turned to Zhang FangFang. Zhang FangFang smiled slightly and said, "Since you've all decided to stay, and I'm very likely to obtain another spirit furnace, I naturally have to accompany you, even if I think staying is a bit too radical." One of Zhang FangFang's greatest virtues was his straightforwardness. Longhaochen could sense that his sincerity came from the heart. That's why Longhaochen had accepted him into the group early on. Indeed, choosing to stay was a bold decision, but Longhaochen also leaned toward this decision, for a simple reason: they had an escape route. It wasn't the Dream Stone, but the Tower of Eternity. As long as Longhaochen had enough time, he could lead his companions into the Tower of Eternity to wait out the remaining danger. And he and caier could return before the end of the 3 days. Therefore, no matter what dangers they faced, they had an escape route. After a brief moment of thought, Longhaochen took out his Dream Stone and handed it to Zhang FangFang. "Zhang brother, we've become quite close in a short time. You may be older than us, but you've helped us several times without holding any grudges. This is a Dream Stone. Take it. In case we encounter an insurmountable crisis, no matter what state Dream Paradise is in, you can use this Dream Stone to teleport away from danger. Have faith that I can bring you in and out. Trust me, this Dream Stone is for your safety." Zhang FangFang exclaimed in surprise. "There's something like this? Are you sure you're not giving me your own means of escape?" Longhaochen smiled and said calmly, "Even though you didn't ask, I know you had your doubts. But this is a secret within our team. I can't reveal it to you. What I can say is that since I can bring them in, I can also take them out. So don't worry, keep this Dream Stone safe. It's meant to save your life in critical moments." After a moment of contemplation, Zhang FangFang said, "All right, I won't say much in return for your kindness." He promptly accepted the Dream Stone. Just as they began to rest after eating their rations, the entire Dream Paradise began to undergo a subtle transformation. The colorful mist drifting in the seemingly boundless forest of Dream Paradise gradually condensed, eventually forming into individual points of light, flying in all directions. Gradually, the dreamlike feeling of Dream Paradise was replaced by reality, and the vitality of life became even more abundant. However, a solemn and murderous aura also emerged. Dawn. When the first hint of dawn appeared in the distant sky, Longhaochen was startled and jumped up from the ground. Last night, during their rest, they had arranged for everyone to take turns keeping watch. Lin Xin was on watch duty at this moment, and he was looking up at the sky, seemingly witnessing something incredibly astonishing. His exclamation startled the others awake, and they all followed his gaze towards the distance, their pupils shrinking involuntarily, with expressions of shock on their faces. They couldn't help but be astonished because, in the sky, a misty, rainbow-colored cloud was suspended, emitting a gentle energy fluctuation into the air. The dazzling auspicious cloud was both gentle and enchanting, and right in the center of that auspicious cloud, a rainbow-colored orb was slowly descending from the sky, Even the sunlight became soft and gentle because of this cloud. And it seemed like all the life energy within Dream Paradise was quietly revolving around it. Is that a spirit furnace? Zhang FangFang exclaimed in astonishment. The rainbow-colored orb appearing in the center of the cloud was larger than any of the more than 20 spirit furnaces that appeared yesterday, and the brilliance it radiated from the moment it appeared indicated its extraordinary nature. Subconsciously, everyone's gaze focused on longhaochen, as he was the one with the most knowledge about spirit furnaces here. However, what they saw was longhaochen wearing a bitter smile. I don't recognize this spirit furnace either. Among the spirit furnaces my father told me about, there was definitely nothing like this one. If it truly is a spirit furnace, there's only one explanation. It has never appeared on the continent before. It's a completely new type of spirit furnace. Astonishment appeared on the faces of everyone present, because they were all demon hunters, and they vividly remembered that inside the demon hunting squad mission tower, there was a quest with no level restrictions, yet it offered rewards of up to 100,000 merits. To discover and obtain a spirit furnace that had never appeared before. This task had been available for a while now, and it had been completed 5 times, yet the quest still remained available. It was an entirely new and unknown spirit furnace, and no one knew how powerful it was, but appearing in Dream Paradise, and in such a unique manner, could the power of this rainbow-colored spirit furnace be underestimated? What are we waiting for? Let's set out. Chen couldn't wait, and she exclaimed with excitement. No, wait a moment. Longhaochen stopped the restless crowd. Don't you all find it strange, huh? Everyone looked at him together. Hanyu said in a deep voice. It is somewhat strange. Captain mentioned yesterday that there might be anomalies in Dream Paradise today, and today, we have this miraculous sight. Maybe it really is a spirit furnace, but it could also be a massive temptation. Zhang FangFang nodded and said, I agree. Without enough temptation, how could it attract outsiders like us to compete for it? Even if Dream Paradise hasn't set up any dangers, the fact that the rainbow-colored spirit furnace is descending so slowly from the sky, and its conspicuous location, means we won't just encounter our comrades there, we'll definitely encounter members of the demon clan. HaoChen, what do you think we should do? Longhaochen gazed at the slowly descending rainbow-colored light. And after a moment of contemplation, he said in a deep voice, we must go. Even if it's to save the companions who entered here with us, we must go. However, I want to remind everyone once again, if we encounter powerful magical beasts, no one is allowed to attack them. Even if they attack us first, we should only defend ourselves passively. This is extremely important, and no one should overlook it. Otherwise, there's a high chance that all our previous efforts will be in vain. Seeing Longhaochen speaking with seriousness, the others nodded in agreement. After a brief moment of contemplation, Longhaochen instructed, having Zhang FangFang and Hanyu team up for rear defense, while keeping the rest of the formation unchanged. Under his leadership, the group headed directly towards the direction where the rainbow-colored orb was descending. After traveling for just over 100 meters, Longhaochen suddenly halted their progress and said, Did you all notice something? The colorful clouds have disappeared. Everyone looked around and indeed, all the unique colored clouds in Dream Paradise had vanished, leaving the area looking like an ordinary dense forest with lush vegetation. It looks like this place is just an ordinary forest, with exceptionally dense vegetation, Longhaochen said in a deep voice. It seems we didn't guess wrong. Indeed, there has been a spatial anomaly. Leader, what should we do now? Shima Xian asked. Longhaochen raised his hand, passing the light punishment to Hanyu behind him, and he took out the brilliant holy shield for himself. We still need to move forward. Don't forget what I just said. No one is allowed to attack the magical beast. Caier continued to follow behind Longhaochen, observing his steady command, with gentle eyes. In fact, her intelligence and perception were not inferior to Longhaochen's. However, she willingly played the role of the woman behind him. Unless Longhaochen made a fundamental error in his judgment, she wouldn't easily interject. Trust is built through enduring challenging experiences like this. As the saying goes, anticipating difficulties can save a horse from running to its death. It may seem that the rainbow-colored orb isn't far away, and it's slowly descending, but in reality, they've been chasing it for a whole hour, yet they still haven't seen the rainbow-colored orb falling into the forest.